The ultimate sacrifice. How Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump turned a young martyr into his personal punchline. Oh, for the love of all that's holy and half-sane in this crumbling circus we call America. Can we talk about the gut-wrenching stench of hypocrisy wafting from the White House like a bad spray-tan fog? Look, I get it, grief hits different when it's laced with that slimy suspicion of foul play. But watching Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump and his giggling sidekick Erica Kirk prance around like the tragedy of Charlie's death was just another photo-op prop. It sends chills up my spine colder than a dictator's handshake. And what does the so-called grieving inner circle do? They turn it into a medal ceremony sideshow while the blood's barely dry. Fast forward to that god-forsaken Yankee Stadium spectacle not even a full week after Charlie's brains hit the podium. And there's Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, fist-pumping to IMCA, like he's auditioning for a retirement village talent show. Grinning ear to ear, dancing his awkward jig amid the 9/11 memorials, while the stadium erupts in a mix of cheers from the brainwashed and boos from anyone with a pulse. The Yankees, bless their pinstriped hearts, even paused for a moment of silence for Charlie. How touching, right? Until the DJ blasts that strikeout whistle the second Trump's mug hits the Jumbotron. Oof, talk about cosmic karma slapping back, and Erica, laughing it up in the suites, all dolled up like it's ladies' night at the Apocalypse Bar. Girl, your husband's barely in the ground, and you're cackling with the guy who treated him like a disposable hype man. Fishy doesn't even cover it. This reeks of a scripted sacrifice. A lamb led to the slaughter to fire up the base for midterms. Remember the whispers. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump crashing at Charlie's folks' place right after the hit. All teary-eyed condolences over lukewarm coffee in some suburban Illinois kitchen. Robert and Catherine Kirk, those quiet Midwestern parents who birthed a monster-slaying mouthpiece, suddenly thrust into the spotlight they never wanted. Trump, slobbering over their shoulders, promising justice while plotting his next rally chant. Charlie was a warrior. Yeah, a warrior you used up and spat out. Stayed under their roof for what? A strategy session on grief porn? Or was it to scope out the family silver before the vultures circled? The Mega K cult laps it up, of course turning a kid's corpse into cult fodder, medals of freedom handed out like candy at a funeral procession. Posthumous bling for the boy wonder who helped stack the youth vote like firewood for your bonfire of democracy. But us, we're left gagging on the irony. The man who brags about backing the blue now dances on graves while ICE raids orphan the very families Charlie pretended to champion. It's enough to make you hurl. Charlie's death wasn't random. It was the ultimate plot twist in the Mega K cult's bad fanfic sacrifice the loyal pup to paint the left as villains, then boogie at the ballgame like nothing happened. How tone-deaf do you have to be to laugh through the eulogy? Erica's out here vowing to carry the torch, but let's be real. She's just the new puppet, strings pulled by the same orange overlord who crashed her in-law's couch for sympathy points. And Trump, that creepy crash pad conman turning mourning into merch. They say he whispered to the Kirks, Charlie's with the angels now, right before jetting off to shake hands with Aaron Judge like a starstruck tourist. Angels, more like auctioned off to the highest bidder in hell's garage sale. Wake up, people, this isn't mourning, it's mockery. A young life snuffed to score political points, and the perpetrators are high-fiving over hot dogs. Charlie deserved better than being the Mega K cult's sacrificial meme, fodder for their endless grievance grift. But nah, they'll milk it till the cows come home, or until the next body drops. Fed up. Damn right, angry, you bet your last ballot. This fishy farce ends when we stop swallowing the bait. Demand answers, not applause. Who pulled the trigger? Who profited from the pain? And why the hell is anyone still clapping for the clown show? Fishy as hell. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump's grin over a fresh grave screams Setapo. Come on, people, if this doesn't twist your gut like a bad burrito, you're either blind or buying the spin. Barely a day after Charlie Kirk gets popped in the neck mid-rant at some Utah college gig on September 10th, and there's Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, bopping away at Yankee Stadium like he just won the lottery. Chants of USA, USA, raining down on September 11th, the 9/11 anniversary, because nothing says honoring the fallen like fist-pumping to Imka while a fresh corpse cools. The man's grinning wider than a used car salesman, shaking hands with Aaron Judge like it's just another Tuesday. And his sidekick, Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, supposedly laughing it up in the luxury box, all glammed up while the world's still scrubbing blood from the podium. One freaking day after her husband's brains paint the stage, and she's yucking it up with the guy who turned her hubby into a walking billboard. Please, that's not grief. That's a green room rehearsal for the next act. Then there's the couch-crashing caper that reeks worse than week-old fish. Word on the street and by street. I mean those hushed White House whispers and ex-rants has Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump hightailing it to the Kirk's folks' pad in Illinois right after the hit. Robert and Catherine, those shell-shocked suburbanites, suddenly hosting the Orange Oracle over cold cuts and condolences. Stayed the night, did he? Teary hugs in the kitchen, promises of justice while eyeing the family photo albums. Or was it a quick inventory of assets before the mega K cult swoops in to canonize their latest martyr? Because let's face it, Charlie wasn't some saintly underdog. He was the hype machine greasing the wheels for this whole authoritarian joyride, rallying kids to swallow the bile. Useful? Sure. Indispensable? Nah. And now, posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom on what would have been his 32nd birthday, October 14th, how convenient, turning tragedy into ticker tape for the midterms, the comedy in this clown car crash. Priceless. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, the self-anointed daddy figure, Charlie was like my fourth son. He slurs on Fox pivots from podium eulogies to stadium shuffles faster than you can say, Kavfef. No vigil in D.C., Nah, golf's calling, memorial on the 21st. Sure, but only after the crowd warms up with some radical left scapegoating. And Erica, stepping up as Turning Point CEO like she just inherited the keys to the cult kingdom, vowing to carry the torch while the real flames flicker out. Sacrifice. You bet it smells like one. A sniper from a rooftop, fleeing into the shadows lone wolf or loose end. The Mega K cult milks the martyr narrative, but us clear-eyed folks see the strings. Dangle the kid as bait, blame the bogeyman, rally the rubes. Fishy. It's a full-on aquarium of foul. We're done pretending this is organic outrage. Demand the tapes, the timelines, the truth before the next hero takes a bullet for the brand. Too damn weird. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump's post-murder boogie and the Kirk clown show stinks of setupo. Spare me the crocodile tears. And the canned eulogies, this whole Charlie Kirk saga is twisting my insides worse than a root canal from hell. Shot dead on September 10th, neck blasted by some sniper while yapping at Utah Valley University, and not even 24 hours later. There's Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, strutting into Yankee Stadium on 9/11 like the anniversary parade float he always dreamed of being. Fist-pumping, arm-waving to Imka. In the luxury box, grinning like a kid who just found the cookie jar while the stadium holds a moment of silence for the fresh corpse. Security tighter than his girdle, bulletproof glass everywhere, but nah, he's not rattled, he's reveling. And Erica Kirk, the widow, folks. Supposedly up there laughing along, all dolled up in the suite, yucking it up with the orange overlord as if her husband's blood isn't still staining the podium. One day, that's not mourning, that's a warm-up act for the martyrdom merch drop, then the kicker that screams. Scripted from Central Casting. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump hightailing it to the Kirk's parents' house in Arlington Heights, Illinois, right after the hit. Robert and Catherine, those quiet architect and counselor types who spawned the kid, suddenly playing host to the commander-in-creep over grief tea and tactical whispers. Stayed the night, did he? Hugs in the hallway, my deepest condolences while scouting the silverware. Or plotting the next phase of the Mega K cult's pity party playbook. Fast forward to October 14th, what would have been Charlie's 32nd, and boom. Posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom at the White House, Erica front and center, parents lurking in the shadows. Trump slobbers over the family, vows vengeance on the radical left maniacs. But where's the real investigation into the inside job? A 22-year-old straight-a kid, Tyler Robinson, turned in by his folks after a 33-hour manhunt. Please. That's the fall guy. The real strings lead right back to the cult's puppet masters, sacrificing their own hype man to juice the midterms and paint conservatives as victims. The comedy. Black as midnight. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, who called Charlie like a fourth son. Pivots from podium platitudes to stadium shimmies faster than a fox in a henhouse. No DC vigil. Golf first. Memorial fireworks for the widow's entrance. Gratuitous much. Nick Fuentes sniffing around, calling her grief fake. And the Mega K cult circling wagons with death penalty pushes it's a farce wrapped in a fiasco. Everything post-murder reeks. The quick CEO handoff to Erica. The revival spikes in Turning Point signups. The endless blame game on left-wing networks. Too weird for a civilian lone wolf, this was planned. A blood offering to keep the grievance engine humming. We're not buying the bait anymore. Demand the full tapes, the timelines, the truth, or watch the cult feast on another martyr while we choke on the lies. Lucifer's epic fail. Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump's heavenly crash and burn is coming hard. Oh, wake up and smell the brimstone, you deluded devotees. Lucifer, that shiny angel of light, God's own golden boy, strutted around heaven like he owned the joint. Most beloved. Hell yeah, daddy deity saw mega potential, poured love into him like fine wine. But what does the little ingrate do? Betrays the big guy upstairs, rebels with a smirk, thinking he's untouchable. God. Heartbroken but no pushover after dragging his feet, he greenlights the angel SWAT team. Boys toss this traitor out. Boom, Lucifer plummets, wings clipped, landing on Earth with a thud that echoes through eternity. Forgot the fine print, didn't he? Down here, your power's a cheap rental expires faster than milk in July, flash to today, and who's channeling that fallen fool? None other than Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump, the Mega K cult's drooling devil in orange drag. Strutting like Lucifer 2.0, conning the masses with his light of lies, betraying America like it's yesterday's trash. God saw potential in Lucifer. Please, this clown couldn't lead a conga line without tripping. But watch the comedy gold. Just like Satan thought heaven was his playground, Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump figures the White House is eternal real estate. Newsflash, you cosmic copycat, Earth ain't your turf. You'll peddle evil, shred families with ICE raids, bankrupt hospitals, lock up cops so you'll make folks suffer all right. Destroy dreams, check, spread hate, double check. But souls, never yours to snatch, we're etched in light eternal, buddy, your greasy paws can't touch that. The Mega K cult cheers your tempt tantrum, blind to the eviction notice ticking. Lucifer forgot. Betrayal buys a one-way ticket to the abyss. God let him fall. He'll let you flop harder. We're resurfacing, rising like phoenixes from your dumpster fire stronger, souls intact, laughing at your lame legacy. Temporary tyrant. Enjoy the view while it lasts, cause the angels are warming up the pitchforks. Your reign, overrated rental. Ours, forever. Suck it up. Satan in chief, heaven's calling collect, and you're blocked. The devil's playground. How creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein's lies are burning down America. Oh, honey, buckle up because I'm about to serve you a piping hot roast of the absolute clown show that is the creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein administration. Picture this. A bloated, orange-faced buffoon waddling around the White House like he owns the place, spewing lies faster than a toddler denies eating cookies with crumbs all over their face. And his little MAGA minions. They're lapping it up like it's holy water from the swamp. But let's get real. I'm not here to tiptoe around feelings. I'm a comedian with ice in my veins, and I couldn't care less if this hurts the delicate snowflakes in red hats. Creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein isn't just a joke. He's a walking punchline that's dragging this country into the abyss. Today, We're diving into how his crew is straight-up fabricating nonsense about Democrats being some kind of terrorist mob, all while forcing everyone to kiss Israel's ring like it's the new national pastime. And don't get me started on the demonic vibes, because, darling, this administration isn't hiding their horns anymore. First off, let's talk about the big fat lie that's got the MAGA cult foaming at the mouth. Democrats are supposedly a mob from Hamas. ISIS reincarnate, and Antifa is their gang headquarters. Ha! If I had $1 for every time creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein or his mouthpieces pulled this crap out of thin air, I'd be richer than his Epstein Island buddies. Take his spokeswoman, Caroline Leavitt. She went on TV and declared the Democratic Party's main constituency is made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. Girl, please. That's not a political statement. That's a fever dream after too much Fox News and bad tacos. Democrats. We're the ones pushing for health care, equal rights, and not letting grifters like creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein turn America into his personal ATM. But no, according to these clowns, if you vote blue, you're basically strapping on a vest and yelling jihad. It's hilarious how they project. The real mobs are the ones storming the Capitol in buffalo horns, not folks protesting for peace. And Antifa. Oh, the horror. MAGA thinks Antifa is some organized syndicate like their beloved Proud Boys or the KKK, because, let's face it, those are the groups they cozy up to. Antifa isn't even a formal organization. It's a loose idea of anti-fascism, people standing against hate. But creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein's crew labels them a gang to scare the base into submission. Remember when he called anti-Israel protesters a brainwashed mob? Pot, meat kettle. His own supporters are the ones waving Confederate flags and chanting about hanging people. The irony is thicker than his spray tan. Republicans ramp up attacks on vulnerable Dems amid campus unrest, painting us as caving to woke mobs. Woke. Honey, if being awake to injustice makes me a mobster, then sign me up for the Witness Protection Program, because I'd rather be that than asleep at the wheel like the MAGA zombies. Now, let's pivot to the real satanic twist, this obsession with Israel. Creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein is out here acting like he's the high priest of Zion, enforcing loyalty to Israel like it's a new commandment. Thou shalt love Israel or else. God supposedly told us to keep an eye on Israel, but look at what it's become. A land of greed, betrayal, blood money, and endless bloodshed. It's no longer the Holy Land. It's a greed fest where politicians pocket billions while civilians pay the price. And creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein. He's shoving this down our throats, forcing us to like Israel as if dissent is treason. His unwavering support statements are everywhere, reaffirming ties even as tensions rise. Why? Because his base eats it up and his donors demand it. Republicans favor his approach to the Israel-Hamas war, but polls show Americans think he's favoring Israelis too much. 36% say way too much, versus 2% for Palestinians. That's not leadership. That's bootlicking. This is how the devil works, folks. Divide and conquer with fear and forced allegiance. Creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein's administration is demonic, and they're not even trying to hide it. They blame Democrats for everything under the sun, but who's got ICE out there terrorizing civilians? Republicans. They're worse than ISIS in their own backyard. Even the Red Cap Brigade is feeling the heat now. MAGA followers are getting snatched up by ICE, and their precious hats aren't saving them. Take the MAGA mom detained in immigration raids. She's still faithful to creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein's deportation plan, even from custody. Or the Trump supporter wrongly detained, now questioning his vote. Over 170 U.S. citizens have been held by ICE, including potential Trump voters. Creepy Crooked-Sleepy-Traitor-Trump Epstein won't tell his cult that, will he? While he's entertaining them with Democrat hate rants, ICE is arresting their own. Not even the red hats are sacred anymore. Why the chaos? Because they want us fighting each other so we don't see the big picture. Their plan to torch civilization and leave only the trillionaires standing. It's a conspiracy straight out of a bad thriller, but with creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein at the helm, it's all too real. QAnon nuts believe he's fighting a satanic cabal, but honey, he's the one embracing the fringe. His return amplified conspiracy theories about demonic forces. Meanwhile, infrastructure crumbles, healthcare's a joke, and the rich get richer. They pit us against each other, Democrats vs. MAGA, citizens vs. immigrants, so the elite can rule the ashes. But let's expand on this demonic playbook. Creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein's lies about Democrats aren't just sloppy. They're calculated to dehumanize half the country. When his VP pick, J.D. Vance, faults Democrats after a shooting at a Dallas ICE facility, claiming it's not a both sides problem, it's code for blame the left for everything. And the Israel fixation, it's not about faith, it's about power. His peace plan might sound grand, but it's pressuring everyone. Hamas accepts elements, Israel retaliates if bodies aren't handed over. Creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein corners Netanyahu, but saves him too, all while the world loves Israel again. Bull. An entire generation of Americans is turning on Israel, fed up with endless wars and blind support. ICE's rampage is the cherry on this sundae of hypocrisy. They're attacking civilians left and right, detaining U.S. citizens who look suspicious. A naturalized Virginia resident, a Trump voter, got held and now questions his choice. A California man, another supporter, speaks out after detention. Even in the second Trump term, 674 potential citizens arrested, 121 detained. Republicans are worse than ISIS because they cloak it in law and order. While creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein distracts with hate, his trillionaire pals plot the endgame, a world where only they rule. This isn't comedy anymore, it's tragedy masked as farce. Creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein's administration is a demonic farce, lying about Democrats, forcing Israel worship and letting ICE run amok, even on their own. The plan, divide us till only the elite remain. Listen up, audience. This article is a wake-up call from the heart, strict and unyielding. You've just read the unfiltered truth about how creepy, crooked, sleepy traitor Trump Epstein's lies are eroding our soul as a nation. It's emotional because it's real, families torn, innocents detained, a country divided for greed. Comprehend this. We're not mobs or terrorists. We're Americans fighting back against a traitor who sold us out. Feel the rage, the heartbreak, and let it fuel change. No more excuses. See the devil for what he is. Santiago del Carmen Maria, Crowning Thoughts. Copyright 2025 independent writer, Crowning Thoughts truth speaker, AI video content creator, writer, blogger, Santiago DC. Maria. All rights reserved.